Welcome to Offbeat, the light side of law enforcement, part of the Treehouse Podcast Network. I'm your host, Retired Officer Steve Rutherford. Co-host for today's show, Detective Curtis Hadley.
Glad to be here.
And we're joined by two guests in studio today. We've got Officer James Babb.
Everybody.
And on the end, we've got Retired Officer Steve Coyne. So we've got a great show today. Very, very excited. Two guests joining us today. They've got something in common.
Haircuts?
Full of hot air?
You know what?
I'm almost there.
Yeah. You know, maybe.
But I'm older.
Wow. We might have to separate these two, Curtis.
Might have to.
We have been together all day.
Okay, moving right along. Besides, a background in law enforcement, you guys are both bagpipers.
We are.
Allegedly.
Yeah. We try.
I told you they're full of hot air.
I can already tell this is going to be kind of rough today. Now let's start with James. James, you are currently an officer at an agency in North Texas.
Mm-hmm.
How long have you been an officer?
Almost 28 years.
Okay, good deal, man. You've lasted longer than I lasted, so kudos to you, man.
I'm feeling it.
Well, in those 28 years, what all opportunities have you had within your agency?
So obviously I've been a patrol officer in FTO. I spent some time as a school resource officer. I've been in CID, and I'm currently assigned to our crime prevention unit.
Excellent. So out there preventing crime.
Something like that. I call us the DPS of our agency. We're the dog and pony show.
I don't have much room to speak because I've been there, done that, held that position before. So, well, excellent. Now, Steve, you are retired.
Correct.
And what agency, can we say what agency you retired from?
Yeah, I retired from the Chicago Police Department.
And now you're down here in Texas.
Correct.
Because you like really hot weather, right?
It beats the cold that we got up there.
So now you mentioned earlier, you had a term for a cold Chicago winter.
Yeah, we had a couple bad winters where temperatures were minus 20, wind chills were minus 40.
Oh, hell no.
So they started referring to Chicago as Siberia. It got so cold, kind of like Siberia. And then when the violent crime started peaking in Chicago over the last 10 years or so, they started referring to Chicago as Chirac. So
It's pretty rough.
It's pretty well-known term now.
Wow. Now, how long have you been retired?
I left Chicago December of 21.
Okay, so you're a couple of years. You adjusting to the Texas weather, though?
I am.
Outstanding. Well, now you guys being pipers, you obviously play at a lot of different events. And James, we know each other because you've piped at a lot of events that I've been to. My wife is a survivor of a fallen Fort Worth officer, Dwayne Frito, end of watch, December 17th, 2006. And because of that, we're heavily involved in a lot of the different events that are out there, and there's always bagpipes there. And it seems like there's always James Babb playing those bagpipes there. So much appreciated. And you guys have had a busy day already today.
We have.
Yep. Two events already.
Yeah, and one thing about the show, we're actually recording on Saturday, although the show is not going to be released till Wednesday. So with it being Saturday, you guys started off the morning with the 9/11 stair climb.
Correct.
Yep.
And Steve, you actually climbed, right?
Correct. Well, actually, 10 years ago, I came to my first Dallas 9/11 stair climb, and it was 2014, and that's why I first met James. We were both bagpiping. We both climbed.
But not bagpiping while you were climbing.
No, people have asked me to wear the kilt while climbing, but I don't think the guy behind me would appreciate that. So.
Nor do people really understand how damn hot those things are.
Yeah, these are...
The people act like because there's nothing to the bottom of them that it's cooler, and it's not. They're usually 13 to 16 ounce wool.
Now, James, I wasn't going to ask what was under your skirt, sir.
That's a kilt.
It's only called a skirt if you're wearing underwear.
Shoes and socks, man.
There you go. That answers the question
That's
right
what's
there.
under it.
Yeah. I think the humidity just went up a couple of dew points. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh, but Steve, you've climbed for a while, right?
Yes.
Doing these kind of events. And just to help our listeners out, if you're not familiar with the stair climb, the climb, you're actually climbing up in downtown Dallas in one of the skyscrapers down there, or one of the really large buildings. And it's to memorialize those we lost in the September the 11th terrorist attacks.
Right. Initially, it was for the first responders that passed away that day or were killed that day. Now they're memorializing those that died of like 9/11 cancer, which that number is still growing.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, it's great you guys are doing that. It sucks that there's a reason for you to be doing that. I wish we didn't have a reason to have a 9/11 stair climb, but unfortunately we do. And thank you guys for doing that. James, did you climb today?
No, I did not climb today. I got a little joint issue going on, so it's kind of keeping me down.
Ooh. All right, we don't need to talk about joints.
Well, yeah, we don't want to get into all that HIPAA stuff, do we?
No. You are protected there, sir.
You signed the waiver. So.
Yeah.
We're going to have to edit this part out in case, James comes back.
I turned 50 this year, so I'm a protected class at this point.
Now, not to get off on a tangent here, 50, I'm knocking on the door, like maybe within a couple of months. Is it that bad? Or
Man,
No.
you won't even recognize yourself when you get up on your birthday.
wow.
Let's put it this way: he did 28 years, but yet his hair retired 15 years ago.
Believe it or not, I made it past 50.
I want part of that check.
Oh, good stuff.
How far past 50 are you, Steve?
Take a guess.
Oh, I wouldn't say more than 15 years.
Well, yeah, you're within that range.
Give or take one or two.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just one or two.
Yeah.
1 or 2 decades.
You're close.
So you guys are both out there at the 9/11 stair climb. Steve, you did climb this morning, but unfortunately, you guys were also in attendance at the funeral for fallen Dallas officer, and Officer Burks, and unfortunately, his service was today. So thank you guys again for being out there, and you guys were at just about all our line of duty death funerals. You were at Sergeant Randolph's with Fort Worth a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, everyone I can make.
Yeah, I mean, again, another cause that I wish we didn't have a reason for you guys to have to play at.
Right. Well, that's the reason why we all become bagpipers, at least in the police and fire. For line of duty death funerals, for 9/11, for any memorials. We play a lot of benefits for officers that are that unfortunately commit suicide, or family members that get sick or with cancer, kids. So there's a lot of things we do just besides play funerals.
Yeah.
But I think the biggest thing is, we just want to bring value. We want to show the family that their loved one was valued.
Absolutely. Yeah, man. Yeah, that's powerful stuff, guys. Now, Steve, I don't know what you call it. You do contract work, or you do a lot of extracurricular stuff with your pipes,
I do.
right? What all do you do?
Well, when I first started piping, I played with both Chicago Police bagpipe bands for the first 15 years of my piping. And then before I moved down here, I pretty much started piping on my own. Or I'll join in with the other local police and fire bagpipe bands for funerals and other events. I do get hired out for weddings and birthdays, but I also I'm a 501c3 in Texas, for officer suicides, because there's more and more of that right now. It's not as advertised as much or put out there as much, but it does happen a lot. And so we try to play funerals or any fundraisers. There's a lot of different organizations I played for that promote mental health awareness for first responders and military.
Also very important. Now, I know pipers. I've known a lot of pipers over the years, and actually full bands. So you guys have full band together, then you got drummers going on, playing with the pipes and stuff. And I'll just put this out there. I know some of these band members and these pipers can kind of get out of control sometimes because you guys know how to have fun.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
They're definitely a different group.
They are.
RO has no knowledge.
So you've got the motor jocks, they've got their boots and they motor jocks hang with other motor jocks and they talk motor
Yeah, but
jocks.
what happens with the bags stays with the bags. Okay,
Yeah,
bag in, bag out, bro.
There you go.
close knit group.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So Steve, I bring that up because you've got a website. What is your website?
It's Chi-Tex Irish Bagpipers. It's Chi, that's abbreviation for Chicago, kind of like Siberia or Chirac. Tex, obviously Texas. And then there's Irish Bagpipers. It's plural. It's mostly just me, but it's plural because sometimes we have other people that join and play with us.
Well, and you've got a lot of stuff on your website. You got a lot of stuff on your social media. So to our listeners, check out Steve's stuff. Check out the sites. Check out his website. Check him out on social media. He's got some really neat stuff. And as a matter of fact, I've got a couple audio clips here. We'll see if we can get these to play because, again, you've got a lot of stuff out there on YouTube as well. Some fun stuff.
When I was in Chicago, I played in a Dropkick Murphy cover band. So we covered them. We covered other bands. We had our own stuff. We had a couple of guys in the band that were good with writing music. So we did that for about 6 years in Chicago. And every now and then I'll jump in with a band down here.
Well, and here's an audio clip of a AC/DC cover band that you played with, Back in Black.
Yep.
And this was at the House of Blues, was it?
Yeah, it's either September of last year or February of this year. I played with them twice
Okay, let's see.
at House of Blues.
Let's see if we can get this play real quick.
That's some good stuff.
All right, man, that looks like a total blast. Is that hard to do?
It takes practice. Very hard to do.
So, and speaking of that, I've got so many questions about bagpipes because I've never played the bagpipes. How hard is it to play bagpipes?
Can I take this one?
Sure.
And I will preface this by saying I'm a player. I am not a musician. And I think the best way I can put it is it's a pain in the ass. It really is. So back when I learned, I was on evening shift, no kids. So I could spend anywhere from, I'd spend 30 minutes to an hour a day practicing before I ever got to a set of bagpipes. Generally, you're going to start with the practice chanter, which looks like the old, kind of like the kids' recorder when they're in school. And you spend about a year on that. And then usually after about a year, then you'll kind of graduate grabbing a set of actual pipes. And that's how I started. I don't know how Steve started, but it
Very
it
similar.
wasn't
But
fun.
somebody came up to me in a bar and asked me how to play the bagpipes. And I apologize in advance, but I told them you have to blow, squeeze, and finger at the same time.
That's coordination.
I can confirm that. That is accurate.
Oh, hey, all right.
Really, for me, I was just too stubborn to quit.
Well, persistence pays off, right?
But one thing I do have to say, and seriously, it's something you have to keep up with. You just can't go play a funeral today and then let them sit in your case until the next one. You have to stay consistent with your practicing on the practice chanter and on the pipes. So, I mean, there's a lot of tuning that you have to do, whether you're playing inside, outside, if it's cold, hot. The weather affects it because you're blowing moisture on a wooden reed.
And this is fun.
Yes. A lot of fun.
Doesn't it sound like it?
A lot of fun, a lot of work. Well, we appreciate you guys doing that, and we'll have some more throughout the show here. But
When it's right, though, it's a blast. When we do something other than a funeral or a memorial service, when we get together and do a pub crawl or something like that, and it's all working, I don't know what would be more fun.
yeah, and see, that's where I was referencing back to. Pipers have a lot of fun out there, and you claimed the fifth, or you knew nothing?
No, I thought you were going to try to throw on us like we drink or something.
Yeah.
Oh,
We've got an audience reaction on that one.
yeah, some of our audience members have been around some pipers, whether it be in Austin or whether it be in DC.
DC.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you, you put a couple of drinks. I know Steve doesn't drink anymore, but you put just a couple in me, and man, that's when I'm going to be at my best. Which is why we call it Piper Lube. Get a couple of glasses of Piper Lube. Hey,
Piper Lube. I feel like you just let us into the inside club here.
I'm here to pull back the curtain for you.
Yeah.
Just don't.
Not
pull
too
back-
far. Not too
just
far.
Don't pull back the kilt. Okay.
Not in the first segment, no.
Curtis, you and I were going to change spots.
You
for
got
the-
Too close. No.
We'll say that
Yeah,
for
you
the
got to
after
talk
dark
sweet.
episode.
You got to talk sweet to us for a little more than just one segment.
Whoa. It's going to take a lot of Piper Lube. Okay. James. Yeah, I'm trying to move on.
Just got a visual.
Oh, okay. James, I asked you earlier if you'd ever had any kind of funny situations arise whenever you were out there piping, and you actually said something funny happened
Yeah,
today.
funny enough today.
I did.
Yes. Okay.
My first thought was, okay, you've been at a 9/11 memorial stair climb, and you've been at a funeral today, and you tell me something funny happened today, and I was hoping that you're talking at the stair climb.
Yes, it was at the stair climb.
Okay.
So, without going into the whole nomenclature of a bagpipe, you have your chanter, which is down here, which we cover the notes with our fingers, and that's what makes the melodies, right?
Okay.
And there is a cane reed that is stuck in the end of it. And a lot of times when we fold them up, we'll hold the chanter will be upside down. Well, we played going in, everything was fine. They do their little ceremony there at the beginning of the stair climb, and then we play all of the climbers up to the building. And when I go to strike in, they are just leaking air everywhere, and I can't get them to make any kind of noise. So I had to fake it all the way down there, all the way. And finally, when we get
So guys
stopped,
can fake it.
Yeah, they just not very good.
yes, well, I was faking it, and I had a very soft bag. So, but yeah, that's the first time I've been playing for, like 14 years now, and that's the first time that's ever happened to me.
You've never had a limp bag before?
Again,
I mean,
I'm going to take the
Depends
fifth
how much he drinks.
Again, I'm going to take the fifth on that one.
It's the first time you had to fake it.
yeah.
I'm going to need to speak with my attorney before we go any further.
Uh-oh. Good time for a break.
Give me a doctor.
And we're back. Back to more Offbeat, the light side of law enforcement. I'm your host, Retired Officer Steve Rutherford. Co-host today, Detective Curtis Hadley.
Glad to be here.
Joining us in studio, we've got Officer James Babb. And on the end, we've got Retired Officer Steve Coyne. Now, this segment, sponsored by Alexander Financial Management, If you have questions about retirement planning, investment strategies, life insurance, or estate planning, check out Alexander Financial Management at alexfm.com. All right, Steve, we come back from the break. You're all, we can't say you're wired up.
He's bagged up.
He's bagged up.
I'm bagged up, yeah.
It's in the bag.
It's all in the bag.
Oh, that was terrible.
At least it's not limp. The bag.
That's a
Oh,
shot.
oh,
That's a shot.
Goes in the pool.
It's really cold out here. Okay.
I mean, where's the safe space in here?
There isn't one.
That's at that QT place or whatever.
Yeah. We do have safe words, though.
Okay.
Would have been nice if we were given those before we walked
No.
in.
All right, we still have the handcuffs up here?
No, no, they're not here.
We have been known to handcuff guests together, so just
Ooh. Oh, no.
y'all keep that in
I didn't
mind.
mean to say that out loud.
Next
They're,
break.
They're not fuzzy.
All right, Steve, you got out your pipes.
I got them right here.
Man, can let me see. I was going through everything you've got. Country Roads.
I do play that. Play the chorus of it. Normally I play it with a band or a singer, but I can do the chorus.
James, can you sing?
You know, as a matter of fact, not a lick.
I thought I was about to be surprised.
I was.
I
too.
want to keep you in a little suspense anyway.
It's like,
Wow, no hidden talents on this show. We'll exploit all your talents. Okay, well, I tell you what, Steve, let us hear what you got. Good deal, man. So, then let me ask you this: I mean, when you guys learn to play, you learn to play certain songs that you know you're going to be playing at ceremonies, right? Like Amazing Grace. What other songs do you guys play?
There's a pretty common 4/4 time signature that we play, which is Scotland the Brave, Rowan Tree, and then depending on who's leading it, whether it be Austin or Fort Worth or one of those, it can be Bonnie Galloway, Wings, or we go back and just play Scotland the Brave again. There is the
Bells of Dunblane.
The Bells of Dunblane, Dawning of the Day, which we played today for Officer Burks' funeral. The 3/4 March, Green Hills of Tyrol, When the Battle's Over, and Balmoral. And those are the pretty common ones we play for, like the memorial in Austin. You know, when we march up Congress Avenue, those are the ones that we're going to play on the way.
I had no idea you guys played so many different songs. That's a lot.
Well, they're tunes. Songs have words.
wow.
You learn something new every day.
I'm sorry. I went to a bagpipe school many years ago, and the instructor drilled that in us that songs have words. These are tunes.
Tunes. Damn. All right.
Okay. We're straight now.
Again, very educational show. Seems
Very.
like we always come away learning something on the show.
Yeah, so you learn two things today. It's a tune, not a song. It's a kilt, not a skirt.
And it's a skirt if it has what?
It's only it's a skirt if you're wearing underwear.
No. And we also have, if I can segue into something that I just recalled, the sporran that he is wearing. That's the
Man purse.
man purse. Yeah, hide your wee and hold your keys. Generally, at these big ceremonies, we wear a horsehair sporran, really long horsehair, which I commonly referred to as my big hairy sack. But one year, after the bike ride, plug for the Texas Memorial bike ride, right?
Yep.
I went from the Capitol grounds over to, I think it was the Omni that year, maybe. And I go in, and I'm still wearing what I wore to play the bike ride, right? Full kit, kilt, sporran, the whole 9 yards. And there was a very tall table that the check-in folks were behind, the I don't know what you would call them, the hotel staff. And this young lady was sitting on a stool, and as I was getting closer, it just caught her eye that, hey, I'm not wearing what she expects me to be wearing, which is to be pants, shorts, whatever. And she literally stands up from her stool and is just gawking at me. And her manager's right next to it, and I looked her dead in the eye, and I was like, my eyes are up here. Thank you. I'll be here all week. Tip your waitresses and bartenders. But her manager did love that one.
Steve, you've been in the Hollywood screen before.
Once.
Really?
Yeah.
Didn't know about this. Go ahead.
Man's famous down there on the end. So, wait, share with us your Hollywood experience you had.
Well, I was bagpiping with one of the Chicago Police bagpipe bands in the early 2000s, and Batman: The Dark Knight was filmed in Chicago. So they hired our band to be in the movie. They gave us Gotham City police patches for the bagpipe bag covers, and our uniform shirts. We were down there for about a week straight for 12, 15, 18 hours a day, mostly sitting around doing nothing. But they did record us playing, and the funeral scene of Batman: The Dark Knight, I just happened to be in the front row. And if you blink, you will miss me. They show me very quickly.
Did you get to keep the patches?
No, they took them from us every night because eBay just started at that time, or was getting popularity at that time, and they didn't want those patches going on
Was it this one?
eBay. Yeah, it looks just like that. Yeah, I was in the movie. I didn't even get one.
I can't tell you where that one came from. But, okay, I got the clip from that, as a matter of fact. Let's see if we can't play that. Yeah, not that one.
While you're searching for that, I was going to ask for the opportunity to plug my website, if you don't mind. It's www.boring.com.
Boring.com.
Yeah, I don't have all the cool stuff that Steve has.
Well, wait, but you're still working. So you've got time to get the cool stuff. You just need to retire.
Maybe that's it.
But
Yeah, what are you waiting for? Police work will go on without you, believe it or not.
all right, let me see if I can't pull this up. All right.
And the tune that we were playing was one of the ones James mentioned. It's Balmoral.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
What's it called?
Balmoral.
Oh.
You can play it as an upbeat. You can play it upbeat, like if you were going into a party, or you play it at a slower march for a funeral. So that's what we were doing there, playing it slower.
Oh. Did you get to ride the motorcycles or anything?
Do I? No.
All right. Did you meet Batman?
No.
No.
We did not. A lot of those guys weren't on scene. What's his name? The Joker. I can't think of his name. He passed away in real life. The guy who played Joker, we met him.
I'm not a Batman guy, so I didn't watch the movie. Sorry.
Heath Ledger?
Yes.
Yeah.
Heath Ledger.
Oh, Heath Ledger. Okay, yeah.
You're not a Batman guy?
I just never watched the.
He will be now after watching that clip.
Instant fan.
You know someone from the movies now.
Hey, I know that guy.
Yeah. You see that guy? You can pause it. Honey, look at the TV. I
know that guy.
I know that guy.
Like, what's his name? I don't remember.
make it your screensaver.
Seriously, check out guys. Check out Steve on. You're on Facebook. You're on Instagram.
I am.
Okay, and you've also got your website and YouTube.
I'm trying to do TikTok. I can't. I need like
Like a
somebody half
10-year-old.
my somebody half my age.
10-year-old to figure out how to do it.
Yeah.
But
100%.
yeah, check out Steve on YouTube. He's got a lot of cool videos. I'll try to post some of his stuff on the Offbeat page, which, by the way, if you have not looked at the Offbeat Facebook page, check that out, as well as Instagram. And make sure that you're visiting the website, offbeatcopshow.com. On the website, you can listen to all our episodes, plus you can subscribe to the email list. Now, let me see. Steve, you had a prisoner once that got a free pair of handcuffs?
Yes, it was my co-worker's handcuffs. We made an arrest. I believe it was for a large amount of narcotics, and this is probably over 20 or 25 years ago. Myself and another officer were searching the vehicle, and next thing you know, and my partner was supposed to be watching the arrestee in the back of our squad car, and he decided to come help us search the squad car. Next thing you know, we look back at our squad car, and the door is open, prisoner is gone. Somebody let him out. So,
hate when that happens.
Oh, yeah.
so we had you can get in trouble if you have an arrestee or somebody in custody escape from you. So the other officer on the scene said, well, no harm, no foul. You didn't call it in. Nobody has to know. And my partner, for whatever reason, decided to engrave his initials and his star number on his handcuffs. So we didn't need this guy showing up no longer breathing with an officer's handcuffs on him.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So another officer decided that they were going to just say we had one cuff on him, and he pushed away and ran and got away. So luckily we were able to, we found him a few weeks later, but I don't think he ever got his handcuffs back. So he's probably still out there, $30 or $40 on the handcuffs.
Yeah, you don't like it when those guys get away. And at the agency that I used to work for, there was a prisoner that got out of the back of a squad car, actually climbed through. The windows in some of the older cars, you could come at least halfway down, and prisoner got out with a set of handcuffs, climbed out through the window, and just took off. So,
Well, there's been times where you handcuff somebody behind their back, and then when you let them out, they're sitting in the back with the handcuffs in front of them.
lots of practice doing that, I'm sure. Now, James, I understand you might have had an embarrassing moment at work. What was the most embarrassing moment?
Oh, did
How'd it
I
work?
ever? So it was a very cold, I believe it was January night, and there was a wreck on a, they call them flyways or whatever, the ramp over one highway to get onto another. It had been raining, and I'm the supervisor of the shift. I'm the sergeant. I get out there, and it was a kid that was in the wreck. He was pretty young, probably 16, 17. Well, his dad had made it out there before I did. Well, Dad comes up to the window, and of course, being in law enforcement as long as I have, I don't like people getting near me, being able to trap me in my car. So I'm like, hey, just step back for me, and I was kind of pushing the door open to get him to move. And as soon as I step out and put my foot on the ground, it has iced over, and not only did I bust my butt, but I took Dad out with me. So yeah, we're laying there on the on-ramp, kind of looking at each other on the ground, and I thought, wow, hey, sorry about that. Probably should work this wreck though, right?
Are you guys still friends today?
Yeah.
I bet
Yeah,
there was
I
a
had to-
moment though, like looking at each other like, what the hell just happened?
Yeah, I gave him the internal affairs number to a different agency and said, "Hey, if you don't want to call us,
Risk
call me."
management.
Yeah, that's in my entire career, that is my most embarrassing moment.
It seems like anytime it ices outside, you're going to fall at least once.
Oh yeah,
But
It ices down here?
oh yeah,
Yeah, we don't get snow.
yeah. We don't get
It's either-
snow.
It's either ice or nothing.
it's not Siberia or anything.
No.
Like that.
I do like how he said it was a January because that's the only time it gets cold enough to actually get ice in this area.
Yeah, it's sometime every now and then February.
Yeah, but I mean, most of our Christmases, it's 85 degrees.
Right.
So
But I actually was working the night in March, the first day of spring that we got the 18 inches of snow.
Well, again, I know at work and whenever there was ice on the ground, I've fallen. I can't think of any officer that hasn't fallen if they were out there, but
oh, God, no.
but I can't think of I was going to say I can't think of a single officer, but I can think of one now that took somebody out when they fell.
Oh, yeah.
So, James,
I like to do things twice as good.
that's impressive. Now, any on camera here?
No, it was to the side. If it had been on camera, I absolutely would have done an open records request for it.
And we would have fully expected you to share that
Yes,
with us.
yes, because I would have. I can laugh at myself. I do it all the time.
That's good. That's healthy. Be able to laugh at yourself. All right, guys. If you're an officer and you've got a funny story you'd like to come on the show and share with our listeners, send us an email at offbeatcopshow@gmail.com. Again, that's offbeatcopshow@gmail.com. Guys, we'll be back in just a minute. Let's talk to Daniel Cook now from Cook DFW Roofing and Restoration. 833-COOK-DFW is the phone number. The website is cookdfw.com. Daniel, we've gotten a lot of rain recently after not getting much for a long time. I can only imagine that rain can wreak havoc on a leaking roof.
Yeah, Steve. I mean, rain can definitely have a lot of conditions on the roof, and it happens over time. So if you're seeing a leak inside your house, that leak has been happening in your attic and on your roof for months, sometimes years. And so that's why it's so important to have us come out and check the roof annually, at least once a year, even if you have a newer roof. It does not hurt you, because there could be other things other than the shingles that actually cause leaks. And that could be flashings. It could be drip edge. It could be along the ventilation. So there's areas that you have to have inspected. And so, yeah, if you have water coming into your home, it's way too late. You've got insulation that's probably ruined. You've got sheetrock that's ruined. You've got wood on top of the, your decking. So yeah, need to have those definitely looked at immediately if you have leaks coming inside your home.
Now, you mentioned before that you offer a free first responder upgrade. What does that look like?
It looks like whatever that first responder needs. I mean, so we don't want to just put it directly to one item, because sometimes we upgrade the shingles if they need a roof replacement, and it's something we can do. We can bump them up to a class 4 shingle. Sometimes it's ventilation. Sometimes they need a better ventilation product. So we want to give them a solar attic power vent that will help vent their attic and stop the heat, continuing to get worse inside there. Sometimes it may be some wood or fascia repair. So whatever they need that's going to benefit them the most, that's where we sit down with them and we figure that out, because it's a one-on-one case basis.
Give Daniel a call at Cook DFW Roofing and Restoration for any of those roofing, remodeling, or restoration needs. The number's 833-COOK-DFW. The website, cookdfw.com. Be sure to ask about the free first responder upgrade. And we're back to Offbeat, the light side of law enforcement. We're joined in the studio today with Officer James Babb and Retired Officer Steve Coyne. Now, Steve, you mentioned something to me about maybe you said urban legend, maybe?
Yeah, I can't confirm or deny if it's true, so we marked it under the urban legends file. So back in the 1990s, the Chicago Bulls were very big, especially with Michael Jordan. And Michael Jordan allegedly got stopped on Lakeshore Drive, which is a major highway that runs along Lake Michigan downtown. And the officer that went up to him said to him, "So, somebody's getting 2 tickets. Who's it going to be?" At the time, it was very difficult and very expensive to get 2 Bulls tickets, especially during the Jordan days.
Oh, so we don't know the outcome on that one.
I don't. It wasn't me.
Wow. So Chicago accepts tickets, or willing to accept tickets. Now, James, does your agency accept cash?
Well, funny enough, we don't. As a matter of fact, I made a traffic stop one night close to Thanksgiving, and I was making some notes on the back of a ticket, window down, and I see just a little bit of movement in my mirror, and this guy is coming up on me, and of course I'm trying to get out, but he's already there. Kind of, we're almost back to the falling
Was
on
there
the
any
ice
ice
story.
involved with this?
And he's talking to me, and I'm doing everything I can to be nice, but also try to push the door to get him out of the way so I can be outside my car. And he goes on, and he starts talking about how much he appreciates the police, and we are just not paying enough, and on and on and on. And I want you to have a nice Thanksgiving. And he pulls out cash, and he tries to hand it to me. And I'm telling him, I was like, sir, I can't accept your cash. I said, if you want to do something nice, buy an officer a meal or something if you see him in the, in a restaurant or something. And the next thing I know, he just throws the cash in my lap and takes off running. So I scoop up the cash, which as best I remember was about $126.
Oh, my Lord.
As best you remember.
As
It was
best I remember.
$126.
Was that what you turned in?
Well, just in case I had to log it in, I know how much it was. So I'm chasing this guy through an apartment complex, and I get on the radio and tell him, hey, I got one running, and I haven't cleared my traffic stop yet. So as far as dispatch knows, I'm still on a traffic stop. And I give my direction, and we're running through this apartment complex. And of course, the first thing I'm thinking is I'm waiting on the watch commander to get on and go, what's your offense?
Yeah.
Because last time I checked, throwing cash in somebody's car wasn't a crime.
Offense is donating.
Yeah, right.
For the policeman's ball.
Yeah. So luckily, I get the guy caught. I give him his money back. I send him on his way. And I get back, and I'm telling this story as the night shift. I was working evenings at the time. I'm telling the story as night shift is coming on, and a buddy of mine, of course, looks up from briefing and just looks at me, and he goes, that would only happen to your dumb ass. Shout out to Jacko. You know who you are.
Yeah, illegal donations.
Yeah, it could be dumping.
It could be illegal dumping.
There you
How about
go.
that?
You got to
There
get
was-
creative sometimes.
Yeah.
Well, $126. You knew that's what it was before you took. James?
There was 100, a 20, a 5, and a 1, and it was in my lap, so I grabbed it all and I took off after him.
That's my story, too.
Foot chase because someone donated to you. That's awesome. That's awesome. Now, you guys are going to play us out of the show today?
That's
Great.
the rumor.
All right. You guys grab your pipes, and let's hook it up.
Sorry. Grab your pipes.
Make sure you grab your own pipes.
Yes, please.
Again, we're police, not fire.
Your police, not fire. I like it. Awesome. Guys, it's been a pleasure having you in the studio today. Thanks for coming in. I know you guys have
Thank you for having us.
have been busy, but thank you for taking the time. So that's what we got for today's show. Guys, till next time, stay safe and watch each other 6.